My name is Jacki Caragnan, and I'm telling my quilt story at Maine Quilts 2018 in Augusta, Maine on Friday, July 27th, 2018. Yeah, now you know my name, and I was going to say that before, and I'm a member of Evergreen chapter of PTQG and have been for about 15 years. This is the story of my grandmother, Alphonsine, who was born in the 18-something and who died in 1950. My grandmother was a quilter and a knitter and a crocheter and whatever. She did everything. And her quilts, from what we call now, would be scrappy quilts. I never heard her say that she was going to go shopping for fabric. Instead, she took scraps, so we call her a scrappy quilter. All the quilts that I have that she made were all scraps, like shirt sleeves from my grandfather and pieces of her apron and her dresses. Those were her quilts. They were meant to keep us warm as opposed to a beautiful piece on a bed. And today I'm here to tell you about this particular quilt. And this quilt was made in the 1940s. I grew up in Lewiston, Auburn, and at the time Pepperell Manufacturing started making pastel sheets. Before that, we all had white sheets on our bed, and so the pastel sheets came out about in the 40s, and I'm not sure particularly what date, but since she died in 1950, I know it was done between 45 and 50. The woman at the mill who worked there, when they cut the pieces for sheets and pillowcases, there were leftovers, strips and pieces, and they brought them home, of course. Who throws out fabric, right? In the trash, they came from trash to their pocketbook. And one woman gave a bag to my grandmother, and with this, she made this quilt. She made it for my parents, and it has been on my mother's bed till the day she died, 9 years ago. And so for me, it's a memory quilt, not only of my mother, but of my grandmother. It needs a lot of repairing. It was hand quilted because my grandmother machine pieced on her treadmill machine, but they were all hand quilted. And so I think with some hand quilting, I can repair it. So thank you for letting me tell my story of my grandmother and her pastel quilt. Thank you.